Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's and Golo Kante. Now, it looks like Alexis and Mkhitaryan on Monday will be announced. We finally got a conclusion to it. We finally found out the mouthpiece, David Ornstein, Arsenal's mouthpiece from the BBC, has said that it's a straight swap. And United fans, well, in fact, I'll allude to it later, but it's a straight swap. We've heard anything from 30 million plus this and that for Alexis. It's a straight swap. Mkhitaryan for Alexis, if I haven't mentioned Mkhitaryan's name. So let's dig straight into it now. For me, United are laughing first and foremost because I mean, regardless of how much how much they're paying and whatever, they want to be back to winning league titles. Alexis Sanchez is one of them special character players. I mean, apart from Messi and Ronaldo, the bracket below, Alexis is firmly in there, firmly at the peak of his power. You've seen the United link with Griezmann, with a Ronaldo return, as unrealistic as it is. These top class players, they're going to cost the same, if not more, wages and all of these things more than Alexis. So regardless of what the fee is, I'm seeing in total 180 million if he fulfills his duration of the contract and factor in agent fees and things like that. I don't know if that's true. But regardless of what the fee is, it is worth it if they go and win the league within the next 2-3 years. I stress 2-3 years because that's his peak. United want to be back to winning it. They're worth £1 billion. It's nothing to them, really and truly, giving him 450. Yes, when he falls off, it's going to be ridiculous, and moving him on might be a problem, but it's a hit. And United have spent worse money of recent years. I know Di Maria is a good player, but it didn't work out. Falcao didn't work out. This is a chance to get it right. He knows the league. He's coming with guaranteed more often than not 20 goals, 30 goals, 20 or 15 assists or whatever he got last year. That's what he's bringing on the right-hand flank, together with Lukaku on paper, 20-odd goals too. Martial and Rashford, considering they're playing on the flanks predominantly, should be returning 10 each minimum. Lingard's chipping in. So there's a lot of goals collectively. Pogba's getting his goals too. So there's a lot of goals collectively throughout the whole side. I now think they need to sign a 10 to enable more creativity. Another midfielder, because you've seen what happens when Pogba's not about. Possibly a centre-half and possibly either side of the fullbacks, two fullbacks, and they can challenge City. The next conversation after that then becomes talking about depth and all of them sort of things there. But United are laughing. It's fully worth it. It's fully worth it. For me, it's fully worth it. Not only that, Alexis pays on the pitch, where I've spoken about his output, pays off the pitch. Biggest club in the world in terms of commercial things and stuff with between them and Real Madrid and Barca, give or take. United, highest reach, social media following, all of that. Alexis has his own following, his own branding, all of these things. Match made in heaven. That number 7 shirt is going to fly off, so he's going to pay back off the field and on the field some of his money financially, economically, however you want to put it into things. He walks into any team. He's a world-class player. You sign world-class players. They're United. They need a number 7. Alexis gives that. Premier League proven and all of these things. If they now have a chance to go and do things, United are laughing. For Arsenal, it's silly. Because Wenger did say this year it takes 70, 80 million to replace Alexis. You had 60 million offered in the summer. Why didn't you let him go? And if it's a straight swap for Mkhitaryan, that means it was all for nothing. I'm not even getting at Mkhitaryan, but if you're going to let him go for free, you might as well sell him you might as well have sold him in the summer to abroad for free, or let him do the same thing in the summer now. I mean, last summer, because if you were to keep him now in January with this lucrative offer from United, they'll just keep this deal in place until May, because you're seeing 15 million to the agent. They'll wait 6 months. You really and truly should have dealt with this. You'd have got 60 million for Alexis. You said it's 70 or 80 to replace. That 70 or that extra 20 could have been there. It's poor business from Arsenal. And why did you? It makes no sense to keep a player running down his contract to then let him leave for free in 6 months. Yeah, you can say it's great business on one hand, yeah, that you got a player for free when you really shouldn't. You shouldn't have got anything. You've got Mkhitaryan, but it doesn't make any sense for me. I find it baffling. I'm not even vexed. It's just baffling in my opinion. United are laughing. Left wing, right. For me, I think he'll play on the right, not really the left like at Arsenal. Whether it's the left, whether it's the right, whether it's a false 9, which they should consider if Lukaku's absence. United have got an excellent player. Like I said, 20 goals, 15 assists. If they can take use of that within the next 2 or 3 years, United are laughing. 2 or 3 years, they have to. They owe it to their fans. They owe it to the club. Jose owes it to himself. You've got Alexis, world class. Carried Arsenal. You've got Lukaku, 20-odd goals. You've got Martial, world-class potential and all of these things. You've got Pogba, the same goals for him. Couple more players, you can bring United back to the glory days. For me, United are laughing. And even if they did have to pay a transfer fee for this, it's not worth anything. Yeah, they're going to give 15 mil to agents and it's a ridiculous wages and all of these things. But it's money well spent if you want to win a league title. If they turn around and win the league title next year, or even if the City were to mess up this year, who cares? Who cares? And a lot of United fans I've spoken to, quite frankly, don't care because of the Glazers. Now, I do think maybe did Jose do this because he knows Griezmann might not be coming, and I'm not ruling out United getting Griezmann by any stretch, but he was going after Griezmann, and then he saw this for Alexis and moved quick. It's fantastic business, a free transfer. They got Alexis for free. from 60 odd million, even 20. They were talking about throwing in 20. Now nothing's been happening. So yeah, man, there's not much more to be said on that front. But we heard it went from 60 odd to 40 to 35 to 20 to nothing for Mkhitaryan. Like for me, both players have to hit the ground running, to be honest. But this is baffling from Arsenal, considering Chesney, Alexis, Ozil, Theo, and Coquelin, and collectively has that barely returned 100 million, barely. And if it has barely returned 100 million between these players, and insert a couple others, Gnabry too, poor business. United are laughing. Credit to United. I have to rate them for having the sheer audaciousness to do this. It was probably Ferguson who told Jose to bid for this anyways. And as we speak, sipping a wine and laughing while Alexis and his dogs are driving up north. Anyways, man, guys, deluded Guna, you choosing N'Golo Kante. There's not much more to be said. I'm getting out of your hair now, folks. I'm out. Yeah, man, what do you guys think? Get in the comments, subscribe, do the rest of it.